Hello and welcome to the English Football Podcast. We've got Celtic fan Joe here.
Hello.
Hello. Are you alright, Joe?
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah.
Very good.
Very good. So 9 points clear. 9 points
Yep.
clear.
Well, we're going to do Scottish League special, talking about all things Scottish.
Basically.
So, obviously, mostly about Celtic. Will they win the league, Joe?
9 points clear. I think we're going to win the league. I think we will.
Very good. Okay. I mean, we need to have some controversial questions. At the moment, Joe, where would the sort of current Celtic team be in current Premier League? Where do you think?
I think the current Celtic team right now would get maybe about 14th, 15th, 16th, like around that area. Not quite mid-table, but like around, like say where Aston Villa would be, or Fulham now. I know not Fulham normally, but Fulham now, or something like that, like 15th, I say about. Yeah. Right now.
Yeah. So over, say, Crystal Palace, Leicester.
Crystal Palace and Leicester maybe above, like 15th, 16th, like around that area. Yeah. Crystal Palace above, Bournemouth and that, whoever, Norwich if they're in it, below. Right? Yeah. All those teams that are in the relegation zone will go below.
Would you be above West Ham?
Right now? Yeah, probably.
Alright.
And we beat them as well.
What about Wolves? Because they're only 16th now.
Maybe at Molineux, I'm saying the game. Maybe at Molineux they'd beat us. At Celtic Park, I think we'd beat them. So maybe like 15th, 16th would swap or something like that. Yeah. Maybe like Wolves 14th, Celtic 15th or something like that. About.
Yeah. Okay. I'd agree with you there. Because I'd say at the moment Crystal Palace just in the league.
Better, probably. Yeah.
Anyway, I know you brought in some new players like say Jota, Aaron Moy. 9 goals and 8 assists this season for Jota.
15 last season. 15, I think he got something like that.
And Aaron Moy, I think from.
He's brilliant.
He's
absolutely brilliant.
From Huddersfield, I remember him from. 3 man of the matches.
Yeah, 5 goals. I'm not sure how many assists. 3 or 4, something like that.
How well? I know you brought in like Japanese players as well. How well have they all done?
So 2 years ago, in the full COVID season where everything was shut down, Celtic had a really bad season. They were like 25 points behind Rangers. They went unbeaten. We didn't win a single trophy, and our manager got sacked. And then we brought in this Australian manager, Ange Postecoglou, who did really well. Brought in Kyogo, who was obviously incredible. Brought in Jota at that point. Hatate during the the winter transfer window, and we just won. We won the league. We won the League Cup. Didn't win the Scottish Cup, but we did really well. It was like a big transformation in the space of like 9 months. So. Yeah. And then this season we've got even better. We've got Moy, an Argentinian, Bernabé. He's not been the best. Who else we got? More Japanese players, a Korean player. They're all brilliant. They're all great.
I think I've forgotten his name, but I see one of the Japanese new ones always on the score sheet. When I've looked at the
striker, he's great as well.
Yeah, when I've looked at the sort of scores when I was doing my research for this.
Yeah.
Jota also ranked 5th best in the league this season.
He's been a bit off form recently. Not been really bad, but he's not been scoring as many right now. But I mean, it'll come back, and he's not a robot. He's not always going to be incredible, is he? So yeah, but the player on form right now is probably Rio Hatate, Japanese midfielder. He runs the game basically. I went to a game against Aberdeen. He started the move and then ended it with a great finish. He's probably the best player in Scotland right now.
Very good. They come to play Rangers in a few weeks, I think.
April.
April, and it's at Celtic Park.
Yeah.
What will the score be?
I couldn't predict the scoreline. I think at Celtic Park we really should beat them, and it shouldn't be close as well. I think we should 2-0, 3-0. It should really be at Celtic Park. Obviously, we're a lot better than them right now.
Yeah.
Beat them in the League Cup final. That was great. But at Celtic Park, we should definitely beat them.
Yeah. Rangers have only won against Celtic once in the last 6 games. I think 2 of them have been a draw. I think
2 have been a draw. We lost in the Cup last season, and we've won twice as well. So yeah, it's a pretty good record against them.
Yeah, very good. How well? Obviously, you're in brilliant form at the moment. 9 points clear.
Yeah.
Will you be able to sort of keep that and win the next few Scottish leagues in the next few years?
I think as long as we keep Ange as our manager, I think we should win the majority of leagues. However long he stays, it just depends on what we do when he leaves, or something. Or we mess it up and he leaves or something.
What about, say, Rangers? Will they be able to catch you up?
Yeah, they'll eventually catch us up. They're actually ahead of us in leagues. They've got 55 in total. We've got 52. Should have 53 at the end of the season, but we've not won it yet, so I'm not going to say we have. But I think eventually we will overtake them, just because in the past 11 years we've won 9 of the leagues, or 10, and they've won 2 of them. So, or 12 years, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, we've had sort of heated chats with other people about whether the Scottish League is a farmers' league, and I mean, in the past few years, you could say Premier League has been, because Man City, Liverpool, a bit different now.
Not really, it's not,
yeah.
But the Scottish League, I think, I would say it is a farmers' league, and that comes from a Celtic fan, obviously.
Yeah.
It's definitely not up to the standards of the Premier League. Obviously, it's a 2-horse race, won in the past few years, but Celtic and Rangers. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I don't think that I wouldn't call it a farmers' league myself, but it's obviously, again, like I said, not up to the standards of the Premier League.
Yeah. I suppose going back to where you put Celtic in the Premier League, where would you put Rangers or would they be in the Championship?
I think they would get relegated. For not bias, it probably is a bit biased, but I just don't think their team right now is up to the quality that is the Premier League. Ours might not be either. I'm not sure, but I don't think theirs is.
Better than Southampton?
I don't know. I think Southampton could beat them. Maybe at Ibrox they'd beat Southampton, but at St Mary's I think Southampton might beat Rangers. I don't know.
So either 19th or 20th.
Something like
so
that.
Rangers.
They might not get relegated. They could become where I thought Celtic would, and Celtic could get relegated. But just from the current squads right now, thinking what would happen if they went to the Premier League, I just think that would be what would happen.
Yeah. I mean, you sort of, as Celtic and Rangers, you'd go into the league thinking we're definitely going to finish in the top 2.
Yeah.
Do you think? Going back to the Farmers League sort of thing.
Top 2. Yeah. Celtic and Rangers. This season it will be Celtic and Rangers, and for the next, I don't know, however many seasons, it will be Celtic and Rangers. Occasionally, in I think 2017 and 2018, Aberdeen came second and Rangers came third, but the team wasn't, like, their team really wasn't that great. That's why Aberdeen. So you kind of need one of the Celtic and Rangers teams to be really, really bad for a team to get above them. But normally Celtic and Rangers will be the top 2.
Yeah. I mean, you sort of have what's it? When you look at the sort of winners from the last few, from however long Scottish League has been around, it's almost always Celtic or Rangers, and there's the odd Aberdeen. I've sort of forgotten. Has there ever been anyone except Celtic, Rangers, or Aberdeen to win it? You'll know more about this than me.
Dundee United won it in 1983. before then, I'm not too sure. But I know Hearts have definitely won it. Hibs have won it. Queen's Park have won it. Kilmarnock have won it. There'll be more. I don't know if Dunfermline have won it before. But there's more, but that's going back to like the 50s.
Yeah.
And the last time a team that wasn't Celtic and Rangers won it was 1985, and that was Aberdeen. They had Alex Ferguson then, so that was a great team they had.
Yeah.
With a great manager, yeah.
Well then, we'll leave it there. I think we've covered everything, really.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching. You've been watching the English Football Podcast. I'm Callum.
I'm Joe.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye. See you next time.
See you next time.